Chers auditeurs,
Dear listeners,
bonjour.
welcome to Comme d'Archi Podcast Season 7.
Saison 7, dans le monde fascinant des architectes.
And in the architectural projects.
Je suis Anne-Charlotte de Ponts, passionnée d'architecture et docteur des universités en histoire de l'archi.
I am one of the spokespersons of Anne-Charlotte, who is a PhD in architecture history.
Merci.
Thank you
D'être avec moi aujourd'hui.
to be with us today.
Et
And
maintenant,
now,
lundi en français, place au talent.
and Wednesday, let's talk projects. In English, of course.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Hello everyone. Hello Marc Mimram.
Hello.
Thank you for being with us today. You are architect and engineer. In 2 or 3 sentences, could you introduce us to your architectural practice and engineering practice too, of course?
I was teaching at Princeton, and so I know what I don't know in English. My practice is peculiar because we work together between architecture and engineering, structural engineering, and my graduation was made at architecture at École des Beaux-Arts and engineering at École des Ponts et Chaussées. And even though I had a master's degree in structural engineering at Berkeley in the United States, California. What we try to do is not to just mix the two knowledge, but we try to take the part of conception in each of those work so that the student of architecture can become a student of engineering and the student of engineering can become an architect. We have developed a master's degree, mixing the two formations. And just because I did that by myself, and I think it's very important not to imagine that you will do both of them together at all the time, but that in the conception you will have the knowledge of what the other do, the same culture, and you are not afraid of that, afraid of not knowing. So it is more important to be not to be afraid of not knowing than to know.
Now, can you tell us about your favorite projects? Passerelle Solferino, of course, in Paris. And
I was very lucky because in 1992 I won the competition, international competition, and I was at that time 37, so it was quite young, to win the competition for a bridge in Paris. A bridge is a special one because it's linking le Jardin de Tuileries, the Tuileries Garden with le Louvre, and the Musée d'Orsay Museum, which is the idea of François Mitterrand the president was to make the largest museum in the world at that time, which was the connection between le Louvre, Orsay, l'Orangerie where you have the Manet, and the photo. So I developed a strategy where we have two arches. One is linking the quay underneath, and the other one is linking the quay above. So you can go from the bottom to the top and from the top to the bottom along the structure, being in the void of the structure, being inside of the structure, which is very interesting. I was very impressed by Brunelleschi Dome in Florence, in Firenze, because you can go inside the dome. You can go inside the 2 layers of brick of the dome. Have you done that?
not in Florence, but in the dome of Saint-Pierre.
In between the two domes?
Yes. Yes, you have stairs, and you can go upstairs.
So you are in France. Brunelleschi invented the idea of the inertia, the idea of being inside a void, and the void is the space you are going in. And my point of view is to give to that void the strength of a public space. So public space is very important because nowadays but museum we don't build any buildings of power. Now we are building large, but not the representation of the politics, and which is good. But the public space is a space of everybody. So we are working on the public space, and the idea that public space can be generous and can be shared by everyone. So in the middle of those two arches, you have the place, and you are in a balcony over the river. You can see Notre Dame burning at one end, and the Eiffel Tower not burning at the end. No, it was a joke. So, like I said before, the act of building is in a way subversive. Just because you put yourself in a place that you are changing forever, so you have to know that, be conscious of that. And nowadays it's very important to be conscious of the relationship between what you build and the landscape where you are staying in. And in this geography, you have a large responsibility. Mm-hmm. I think there were built 4 bridges in Paris in the 20th century. So I was a lucky man with this one. Good choice.
Another project?
We've done a lot of projects in other railway. We've done railway stations. So I like the idea of transportation. And in two ways. The one you are dealing with the infrastructure, and the other one where you are avoiding this infrastructure, passing over. So we are linking people. How we connect, and my strategy is through that attention to make value. You can make value, and the value can be either the place you are, and the interpretation of the place you are, because we are dealing with large transformation of the place. When you come here, nobody will tell me that the Viaduc de Garabi is embedded in the landscape. Nobody will tell me that the Viaduc romain or Viaduc du 18e, du 16e siècle was a small link in small thing in the landscape. It didn't change the landscape. It changed dramatically the landscape. So we have to take care of that. Doesn't mean that we don't have to build, huh? Mm-hmm. It means that we have to build with attention. So this is my task, and I love it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everyone, and see you next Wednesday for New Comme d'Archi in English. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to tune in to our previous content on Instagram at Comme d'Archi Podcast. If you like it, make sure to promote the podcast by giving it 5 stars on Apple Podcast and adding a comment, or on any of your favorite podcast platforms. And don't forget to subscribe and listen to all of our episodes for free. See you soon, and until then, take care of yourself.